everybody, it's Connie with the Artisan Company and welcome back to the channel. Well, it was another absolutely beautiful day this morning. It was like fall outside. I was like, oh. So I had my coffee outside with some of my stray cats to take care of. But now it's time to go get started on some new jewelry. So let's go see what's on the desk. Alrighty, we're going to get started on another really fun, easy project. And some of these stones will be easy to get, like the blue sponge coral and the gold stone. But this one and maybe this one may be a little harder to find. So you might want to substitute a different type of stone for this. And like I always say, it's the overall concept of what the necklace looks like. You do not even have to use the exact same stones. You may want a completely different color palette, but the same look. And that's what I'm trying to get you to do. So yes. So what we're doing today is we are using a really unusual stone called Miriam Stone. And it is made up of little fossils and bones found in the earth and swamps and things like that. But I'm picking this one up so Ken can really zoom in on it. But is this not fascinating to look at? I just think this stone is amazing. It's called Miriam Stone. It's got blues and yellows. And let me pull this one out real carefully. Let you look at this one. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Is this just not fun? And this is a matte finish on it. Some of them are shiny, but this one happens to be a matte finish. And I just love that stone. I think it's fantastic, very earthy. Okay, the next thing we've got here is the blue sponge coral, and this is a 10mm size stone. And I'm using the blue sponge coral to bring out these blues within the Miriam stone. This one is called the aster stone or rhyolite stone. And this one is a 12 by 6mm. You can see it's kind of flat going this direction, but it's fat going this way and more flat going that way. But it's a rhyolite or aster stone, as it's known sometimes. Beautiful rustic look. This one is, as we all know, this is a gold stone. They also have this in blue. So this would be an example of you making a color choice. I'm going to finish this necklace out using the gold stone to bring out the rhyolite, but you might want the blue stone like this to bring out the sponge coral or whatever blue stone you're using. These are 6mm, so it's a choice, but it's goldstone. And goldstone, by the way, is a man-made stone, just so you would know. For those who didn't, okay, this is the bead cap I'm going to use, and it is an 11 by 3.5 flower bead cap. And I got this at Fire Mountain in their bead cap section. And I thought this would be beautiful flanked on this rhyolite. I just think it would be just stunning. So we're going to use those. I'm using a lobster claw, an antique copper lobster claw clasp. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing is this is going to be roughly a 16-inch necklace, and simple. So whatever stones you're using, this is another one, guys, you can do with your eyes closed, okay? But the choice of the stone will make an impact as to how the necklace looks. You could do it with all glass. You could do it with faceted glass if you want it shiny and sparkly. Any other stone, you could do lapis in here if you wanted to instead of sponge coral and make it even more higher end. But I'm going for an earthy tone is what I'm going for, and you can go for whatever you want to do. All right, I'm going to get my head wrapped around it and we'll get started. Okay, since this pattern is not real difficult, it's kind of a no-brainer pattern. I'm going to work from one side to the other, or this side to that side, doesn't matter. It's just a no-brainer pattern. So for those of you who like to watch this process, I'll bead a few. So I'm going to start with the right here and go to the left. And remember, I'm flanking my rhyolite stone with these beautiful, beautiful bead caps. And we'll stop in just a second and let you see what they look like. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. They are just beautiful. And you know, the stones, I'm getting ready to go to a bead show here in about a week. I'm really excited about it. I'm taking a friend that's not been to one, and so she's just getting started in jewelry, and I thought I would help her out. So, anyway, let me get another piece of sponge coral here. Just a second. That one had a little bit of a glitch on it. Yeah, this one doesn't, so we'll go with this one. So I'm excited about getting to take her and let her uh, get a feel for it. And I might do a video on how I navigate a bead show. I have a strategy that I do, and I'll try to share that with you. For those of you who go all the time, it's old hat. All right, so here's what this looks like at this juncture. Oh my goodness, is that not stunning? The stones are just singing with that little cap on it. Oh my. And it actually adds a little more brown to the blue, actually. All right, getting ready to do the next section. Starting the middle section here. Going to flank our rhyolite. And I cannot wait to see what this is going to do to the Miriam stone. Cannot wait. We'll see what kind of color it casts onto the Miriam stone. The Miriam stone in the matte finish is so rustic, and I absolutely love it. It's one of those oddball stones. You can Google them and find them online where you can purchase them. I think I actually got these actual stones at a bead show that I went to, but you can find them online as well. And the gold stone, these particular gold stones I got from ABC Gems. They are also online. It's amazing how much you can find online now without having to go actually physically go out somewhere. But the good thing about going out somewhere and looking at the stones, you can physically look at them and know exactly what you're getting. But if you deal with reputable people online, you shouldn't have any problem getting quality stones. Make sure you look at those reviews. Look at those reviews. All right, we're going to look at this next. Let me cap this off so that I don't make a mistake and drop it all. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at what that oh my. Oh my. This is just oh my. I am loving the way this is looking. I'm loving the colors. I'm loving the caps. I'm loving everything about this. All right, I'm going to bead the rest of it and then we'll return. Alrighty, we're at the end of this project and I want to show you something that I did just in case this happens to you. This is a way to solve it. Because these stones here are oblong and not round anywhere except barrel wise this way. So when I started maneuvering around the corner here, I noticed when I got to the point where I could turn it like this, inside here between the what is now these two bead caps, because remember I did not have a bead cap on either end of this this particular stone, any of them, you could see the wire in there, and you don't ever want to see the wire. That is not what you want to do. So to solve it, and it actually made the necklace more beautiful, in my personal opinion. Um, I went ahead and went back and I took more of the bead caps and I flanked each one of these as well. So it took up that little bitty tiny gap in between here. It did not change the look of any of the stones down here. And I actually think it added to these stones, actually. Very dimensional looking, because the little caps here are not folded in like you would see on some things. They're not folded in, they're actually a flower look. And so I think it solved the problem, and I'm excited about it even more. So I went ahead, and one of the other things I did was, you remember I had the gold stone that I was going to put up here on the top, and I strung it and I changed my mind. And you can do that. That's totally okay. Just because I'm using a specific stone doesn't mean that you have to use that stone either. But I had, because the gold stone worked and it was pretty, but I think it took away from the rustic look of it because it was too sparkly. Color wise, it was beautiful. Sparkledy, not so much. So I went back and I looked at my bead stash, and I had these granite stones right here. I mean, perfect rustic look. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and they came in multiple colors. I think there was some green and yellows and colors like that, maybe some purples where they had dyed the stone itself. But I had these little pieces of granite, and I decided to use that instead. And I think that it pulls in this rhyolite and the Miriam stone beautifully. Okay, so last thing to expedite the time, I've already put one of the clasps on one side. I shook it down where I don't have any space, in there, and yet it can breathe. So here we go. We're going to finish this little thing up quickly. Put on my crimp, my lobster claw, run it back through. You have seen me do this myriads of times. Pull it down, give the clasp a little space to breathe. Don't want it too tight. See, that would be too tight. If Ken can zoom in on that, that would be too tight. That's not what you want. Okay. So you want a little bit of breath right in there, kind of like that instead. A little bit of breath. All right. Let's rock and roll with this. I'm going to mash it, and I'm going to fold it. There it goes. And then I'm going to run a little bit of the wire back through, probably through the granite beads only. And remember, if you can't get them to go through, clip, just not clip, but turn them. Turn your stones like that, and they should just come on through. We'll try to get it through this last two if I can. If I can't, no big deal. I'll just clip it where it is. All right, I think I'll clip it right there. Get your flush cutters, go right up against that bead. That last thing, guys, I am loving this, is your crimp cover. I call it my little Pac-Man. I love these. I think they're beautiful. They actually look like an extra bead on there, and I just think that's beautiful. Don't get cantankerous. That's the way it goes when you're doing these videos. You get down to the very last thing, and it's always wanting to be hateful. Let me try it to the other side here. Get on there. Sometimes if I press it the other way, there it went. Okay. And when you're going to close this up very gently, not too fast. There it is. Make sure you don't have any rough edges on it. Make sure it's closed up good. Run your finger across it like that. Look at it under a magnifying glass. It's your second eyes. You need a magnifying glass. I don't care if you got 20/20 vision. You want to maintain your 20/20 vision. All right. Oh my. Oh, guys. I'm stoked over this one because I love the rustic look of the Miriam stone. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at the beauty of this. This is stunning. I'm just saying, the blues and the mustards and the rusts, it's just beautiful. Hope you enjoyed this video today. I loved doing this. I'm just saying. So, if you got some inspiration on an idea from this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me to know what else to bring you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.